Hi everyone, welcome to Spilling Tea with Susie. On this episode, I am talking to Avery, who runs True Drew Podcast, which if you have never heard of, what are you doing? Go check it out. Hi Avery, how are you?
Hi, I'm great, Susie. How are you?
I'm good. Oh my goodness, there's a person in the chat who says, I haven't heard her podcast, but I do love her reels. Love that. You do have some pretty great reels. Ow. Salem just bit me. Salem's biting me. Salem.
He's like, I need to be a guest on your show.
Oh, buddy. I had such high hopes that you were going to, be my little interview companion tonight. Oh, yay! We have some Avery fans here. Hi, everyone. Oh, Avery, are you so excited for the fun I have in store for you tonight?
I am excited. So, me and Susie have been doing a lot of episodes together lately for our podcast sisters collaboration with River Heights Buzz, and I'm excited to see what you guys have question-wise for me. So.
Yeah, oh my goodness. It is going to be so much fun. Let's jump right in. So, First question is, which Nancy Drew game location have you visited in real life, and which was your favorite?
Oh gosh. So, I visited Scotland, in the Silent Spy.
Mm-hmm.
And I visited Venice, Italy.
Ooh.
And I would say that's probably my favorite.
Yeah. Ah, that sounds so beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never been, but I would love to.
It's a beautiful place, and I think the game did it a lot of justice too.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is a game of Keep, Burn, Sell. And this one, your options are the Golden Gardenia, the Lilac Inn, and the Canascosta.
Ooh. Well, I'm definitely going to keep the Canascosta because I love Italy. Gosh. I think I would burn the Lilac Inn and sell the Golden Gardenia because I'm sure that the real estate prices in San Francisco are up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like that's a good choice to sell, but also any any of these is painful to burn.
I was like, well, wait a minute. They're both great, Lilac Inn and that one are just really cool, so that's hard.
I mean, besides the Ka, the other two have had fires.
That's true. So it wouldn't be that much of a stretch.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't. Oh my goodness. Especially the Golden Gardenia.
It's been through some tough times.
It's been through some fire and flames. Oh goodness. Okay, next question. Do you have a favorite Nancy Drew soundtrack?
Oh gosh. Let's see. I mean, the soundtrack for Message in a Haunted Mansion is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird, of all the game's soundtracks, I feel like I go back to Secret of the Scarlet Hand a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Which is funny, because I don't particularly like that game as much. It's not even in my top 10.
Mm-hmm.
But the soundtrack is just fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know if I could ever choose one. I feel like they're all so iconic in their own ways.
Yeah. I feel like there's a track from every soundtrack that you just really, really like. So it's hard to pick one as a whole.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow. Did you take Tori's quiz of what track is your favorite from each? Oh my goodness, that was the hardest quiz I've ever taken in my life.
It was, because once I got to thinking, I was like, there's 2 or 3 from each game that I really enjoy. So it was hard to narrow down to just one track from each. So
yeah. Oh, the Scarlet Hound soundtrack is good. Yes. Oh, They're all so good, though.
I think it's the song Exotic in particular.
Yes.
That one's got such a nice beat to it. I just feel like I'm in a museum whenever I listen to it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, same. That soundtrack and that song in particular are just so they just get me so hype.
Yeah.
Tori says, I keep saying Kerr is my fave, but sometimes I think the real answer is DDI. That is tough. Those two games have such wonderful soundtracks. Of course,
Yeah.
Southern Sleuth's favorite is Dog.
Yes, yeah. The music that plays in the speakeasy is so good.
Yeah, it's also good. So good. All right, so next question. From the games, choose one outfit from any character and one food to wear and eat for the rest of your life.
Ooh. Okay. Gosh, that's hard. I guess, gosh, outfit-wise, I'm trying to think. I definitely wouldn't pick Nancy's outfits from Phantom of Venice. Nothing. It's like, maybe not.
Not the skin-tight leather catsuit?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I was thinking we were stuff in the wardrobe, but yeah, that one's not horrible. At least it's easy to coordinate with that one.
I mean, can't go wrong.
Yeah. Oh gosh, favorite outfit. I mean, I love Jenna's shirt in Danger on the Fishing Island. The little, I guess it's like a fish.
The whales, yeah.
Yes, yeah. I mean, her outfit's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like her shirt.
I'm trying to think anyone else jumps out to me. I mean, honestly, they're kind of school uniforms, but what the girls wear in Mornings at Waverly Academy, it's kind of cool. I've always liked plaid.
Yeah.
I don't know, though, a food from one of the games.
And we've been talking about food a lot.
Yes, we have, yeah. In the Podcast Sisters episode, we've been talking about that. Gosh. I mean, the cheeseburgers look really good in Last Train to Blooming Canyon.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Some of those look delicious.
This is hard. Yes. Though, I think I'd have to go with the bento boxes. The sushi always looks really good to me.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I love sushi. Do you have a favorite sushi?
Gosh, I'm pretty basic. I mean, I usually get like a crunchy shrimp roll or like a crab roll.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Man, I go for some sushi right now. Okay, let's see. Next one. From the books, who would you say is the ickiest of icky men to ever flirt with Nancy?
That's a good question. Immediately, the one that comes to mind is Marty Bardescu from Haunted Bridge.
Okay.
Because he's like in his 30s, and Nancy's 18, and he just flirts a lot, and he signs a golf ball, and is like, here you go.
That's gross.
Like it replaces the pro ball that she lost.
Oh man. I have not read that one, but sounds cringe.
Yeah, it's a good one if you can get past that.
Yeah, that's a thing that like it's in those books a lot. Like everybody's always flirting with Nancy. Like there's always something weird happening. Like, do you have any are there any instances in particular where you were just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this was in the book?
Gosh. I mean, a lot of the instances in that book. But then one thing that sticks out to me is that a lot of times Nancy will be chasing down criminals in the books. And then a lot of the people she interrogates about these people, they'll say, "Oh, are you trying to date this guy?"
What?
And it's like, no, I'm trying to track down a criminal.
That's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Ah, those books, they can be so crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Nancy Drew book that you've read so far?
Gosh. I mean, I'll always like Mystery at Lilac Inn.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
Secret of Shadow Ranch is good.
Mm-hmm.
Larkspur Lane, like those are favorites of the classics, I think.
Yeah, well, those ones are so classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see what's next. What do you enjoy most as a full-time pet sitter?
Gosh, okay, let's see. I mean, I like the fact that I can kind of make my own schedule,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool, and it comes in handy when podcasting.
Yeah.
Because I can kind of, pick the days when I can do episodes.
Yeah.
But it's also cute to just hang out with cute dogs all the time.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that must be so fun.
Yeah, I actually watched a couple corgis earlier today, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, I love corgis.
It was so fun.
That sounds so great. Do you have favorite favorite pets that you sit for, or is it different every time?
I mean, I have favorite regulars, and then there's some these corgis. I haven't seen them in a while, and so I was excited to see them again.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my word. I love that. I love corgis. My husband used to have a corgi, and she was the best dog.
Yeah.
I love them.
They're sweet.
Love them. All right, let's see what's next. Which Nancy Drew game animal would you choose to adopt?
Ooh. I mean, my first instinct answer was Bob the horse from Secret
Yeah.
of Shadow Ranch.
Yeah, good choice.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Bob.
You can't. He's also a classic and a mode of transportation. So
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, full purpose.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my word. And then this one is more of a comment than a question. She says,
Okay.
As a nearly lifelong fan of the Nancy Drew books, your podcast has brought me so much joy. Thank you so much for sharing your love for Nancy Drew with the world and helping to bring this community together.
Aww,
Isn't that
so
so sweet? Oh my goodness. I love it.
Thank you. Whoever said that, thank you.
That was from Lynn. I think she's in the chat, but people are experiencing some lag, so I don't know what's going on with YouTube. But
yeah, sorry if it seems like my speech is a little delayed. I think I can hear a little bit of myself on this end too. So.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we're having a little issue tonight. I have no idea what to do about it though. So
okay.
Whoops. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay. Are you Team Ned, Team Frank, or Team somebody else?
I mean, I think it depends on the universe you're talking about a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The books definitely Ned.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes in the games, I can see the argument for Frank.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love Joe Hardy. I don't know if he and Nancy would work out, but I think it would be maybe a cute relationship.
Yeah.
To be together too.
Yeah. No, Dave.
Yes. Okay, Dave. Yes, Dave would be a good one too.
Yeah, people always bring that one up to me. They're like, "But what about Dave?"
Or I like him myself too, but Alex Fennell in Silent Spy.
Mm-hmm.
They have that banter that goes on, so that's kind of cool.
That one's so fun, and also he is so great. What
Yeah.
such a Nancy Drew heartthrob for sure.
Yes.
If you could choose 2 Nancy Drew characters to join you for a podcast, who would they be?
Ooh. I mean, I think Bess and George would be great to interview. Maybe not together, because I feel like they get at each other sometimes, especially in the books. But maybe separately, interviewing them would be kind of interesting.
That would be so fun. Oh my goodness. Man, we haven't had them in a game in so long.
I know. I was really hoping we get to have some phone conversations with them in Mystery of the Seven Keys.
Right? Yeah. Well, when was the last game that we actually talked to them? Like, what was that?
Well, I guess it wasn't Sea of Darkness.
No, it was...
No, not even Labyrinth of...
No, they weren't in that one. Were they in Shattered Medallion?
Well, I know George was there, but I don't know if we got to call Bess or not. I'm not sure.
They were in Shattered Medallion. What am I talking about? They were in Shattered Medallion. And then, yeah, that was the last time we saw them.
That's been too long.
That was a long time ago. Yeah. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so... Hello, Her Interactive. Please bring them back.
George back.
Okay, you have to pick one animal in general to go on a trip with you. Who would you pick?
Ooh, of the Nancy Drew game animals.
She didn't specify, so I think she meant any animal.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like I'm biased, but I would take my rabbit Reese specifically.
Yes, that's a good choice. Next question was actually about your bunny. Asking like how did you end up with a bunny, and like tell us about your bunny.
Well, I've had rabbits pretty much on and off since I was about 7 years old, and I guess when I moved into an apartment right after I got married, I couldn't have pets for a while. And so when me and my husband moved into our house, it's kind of a long story, but the rabbit that I had before Reese actually ran in front of my car on a busy road. So I rescued her and brought her in, and I had her for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And she was just like somebody had put her out on the street. And I just remembered my love of rabbits. And when she passed, I waited a year or so and got Reese. So rabbits are a little bit different to care for than dogs or cats, but they're really sweet pets.
Yeah.
But I've just always loved rabbits.
They're such great animals. Like, I had a friend who would like also rescue bunnies and like worked with the rescue, and oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They're so great. I was just obsessed. Like, I would be like, you got a bunny tonight? Okay, I'm coming over. So I've never had one for myself, but like, I love them. Oh my goodness. They're so wonderful.
Yes. And they're pretty smart. I mean, they can be litter trained, and you can teach them tricks. I've never taught Reese any tricks, but she's just sweet little cuddly pet.
Yeah. Oh, such a cutie. You'll have to share a picture of your bunny on your story again so that people listening can go take a look.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. All right, what's our next question? Do you ever plan to recreate Nancy Drew book covers, like take a photo of yourself and props, etc.?
Okay, so interestingly enough, I had a dress that I was selling on my Etsy shop, and one thing about me, I love to wear vintage clothes.
Yeah.
And this dress looked a lot like the dress that Nancy's wearing on the Password to Larkspur Lane cover.
Ooh, yeah.
So, that dress is already sold, but before it sold, I took pictures in it, kind of posing like Nancy on the cover. So I hope to eventually get those worked up and put on Instagram. So.
Oh, that would be so cool. Oh my goodness. Man, you should do that. Oh, let's talk about your love of vintage clothes.
Yeah.
Tell us how you got into that.
Gosh, well, my husband actually got me into thrifting when we first got married. And it's funny because I was never the type of person to go to thrift stores before he took me to them.
Yeah?
So I got to going to them, and I realized, like, you can find a lot of cool stuff from pretty much every decade. And I started doing that and looking for stuff for myself.
Yeah.
And then just started looking for stuff to sell on our Etsy shop. And
Yeah.
so I've always liked vintage clothing, vintage home decor, a little bit of everything. So
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool. You have an Instagram for that too, right?
yes, yeah, it's Madison's Place Vintage. And the reason we went with that name is because my husband rewires a lot of vintage lamps because a lot of them aren't very safe, like fire safe.
Yeah.
So it's a cool way to repurpose vintage stuff. So
that is so cool. I love that. Yeah. So everybody listening, make sure you check out her vintage shop. It's super cool. Okay, wait, hold on. I think we need to take a moment to play some FMK.
I was wondering when this was going to come up.
We have to. Okay, so, and I know for all who are watching live, I know you guys are having some, like, lag issues with our video, but apparently our sound is fine. So for those who are watching live, I apologize. I don't really know what else to do. I've done what I can on my end. But we're gonna keep going because you guys can hear us fine. So, Avery, what wheel do you want to use for FMK? I have one that's all the guys, one that's all the girls, one that's all the characters. What would you like to do?
Ooh, let's do all the guys.
Okay. I love that wheel. It's a fun wheel. Whoop. I need to go to file, not switch wheel. I always forget how to use this website, even though I use it every single time I stream. All right. Now this is a good list. We've got quite a few bachelors on it. Hi, what's up?
Just checking in.
Yeah? It didn't select my wheel.
Oh, are you on YouTube?
Yeah, I am.
That's why. I didn't get a notification that you were streaming.
Oh!
I was like, what is going on?
Well, here I am. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube so that the peoples don't have to have ads. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, Twitch affiliate.
Okay,
let's dance.
Rock you like. Am I gonna get you like copyright stuff?
Yeah, stop. Alright, so let's spin this wheel. No, I will not.
Those wheels have changed my life, by the way. They're so cool.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, I love my wheels. Oh no, your first guy is Rick Arlen.
Oh gosh.
Oh my word. This is gonna be a fun one. Wait, who's it gonna be? Casey Porterfield.
Okay.
I actually love Casey Porterfield.
Is he the guy in Danger on Deception Island?
Yes.
Who or he's helping Nancy with the wood.
Yeah.
Thing? Okay. Okay.
And Frank Hardy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow, I feel like I know where this one's going.
Yes. I think I need to find Rick Arlen
Yeah.
and marry Frank,
Yeah.
and I will kiss Katie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do as well. That's a fun one. Oh, Kelsey says in the chat, by the way, the new podcast episode of Hot Takes was excellent. Thank you so much.
Hey, we love to hear that.
Just wait, because the next episode is coming out very soon, and it's going to be on the River Heights Buzz podcast, and it is a good one. So be sure to tune into that one too.
These have been so fun to do. And
oh my goodness.
Thank you for everybody sending in unpopular opinions on Hot Takes too. That helps us out a lot.
Yeah, seriously, because our vision for this was just to like highlight all the crazy stuff that everybody thinks about the games, you know? So like, it's just so much fun, and we couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you guys so much for always like partaking. It's so good. Oh, so good. Okay, so, let's play another game. Let's do...
Okay.
I'm gonna switch my wheel to... This one is going to be... What just happened? Oh, thank you for subscribing. That's so kind. Okay, this one is going to be... What?
I said that was just such a magical sound.
Oh, it was. I know, I love that sound. Okay, so this game is gonna be a blind ranking. So this one, you're gonna have a list of 5. And I'm going to give you 5 games, randomly selected. Nancy Drew games.
Okay.
And as I give you each game, you have to decide where on your list of 5 it's gonna go without knowing what's coming next.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen you do these before.
Yes. So, okay, so I'm gonna spin this, and 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. You can't know what's coming next. You just have to kind of go by vibes.
Okay.
Yes. Your first game is gonna be... Oh, it's really close. Tomb of the Lost Queen.
Okay. I'm gonna say 4 on that one.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm playing it safe.
Not the worst, but you've got a lot of space before it. I love that. It's so safe to start with 4.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good safe answer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, White Wolf of Icicle Creek.
I know that's a fan favorite. I would put that at a 3.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good solid 3. This wheel has a way of getting away from you, though, so watch out.
I'm like Midnight in Salem.
Literally. Warnings at Waverly Academy is next.
I really like that game.
Me too.
I'll say 2. I'm kind of going progressively lower, so I'll say 2.
All right. All right. So we've only got 1 and 5 left. Be afraid.
Be very afraid.
Okay. And Labyrinth of Lies.
Well, that's gonna be 5.
Yeah. Oh my. Listeners, tune in to episode 2 of the Podcast Sisters on August 23rd, because you're going to want to hear some thoughts about that game. All right, so this last game, no matter what it is your number 1 game.
No pressure.
Midnight in Salem. Kidding. Let's see what it's going to be. Alibi and Ashes.
Okay. Not a horrible ranking there. So.
No, not the worst. Not the worst. Yeah. How do you feel about your ranking?
I mean, obviously, if I had the option, I would slide them around a little bit.
Yeah.
Based on my personal preferences. But
Yeah.
that's not too bad for blindly doing it.
Yeah, nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have their hearts broken.
Yeah, I'm glad that some of the classic games didn't come up, because, like, if they had been ranked lower, I would have been a little bit sad. So.
Oh my goodness, same. I know. It's like, Waverly is probably the newest game that I love, you know?
Same
Which,
here.
like, it's not new at all, so that's, like, silly to say. But, like, otherwise,
Yeah.
everything I love is, like, 13 and under.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Warnings at Waverly Academy was one of the last games that I really connected with.
Mhm.
I guess, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah. Yeah, like, I have, like, a top 8, I'd say. If we're, like, going old school. But, like, so, like, the newest games on there would be, I do love Ghost of Thornton Hall. I think that's a phenomenal game.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that one is later in the series.
Yeah.
That one's a good one, too.
Yeah, and Tomb of the Lost Queen is a very fun one to me. I do enjoy that one a lot. But like otherwise, like everything else is like, you know, I love Treasure Roll Tower. I love Shadow Ranch. I love Curse of Blackmore Manor, Message in a Haunted Mansion. Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon is my top favorite. I love Danger on Deception Island. That's number 3 for me. You know, like they're all so good. I do love Icicle Creek. That's in my top 8. And that one is later than 13. That one's like 17 or something like that. I forget which one it is.
16, 17, something like that, yeah.
Somewhere around there. I'm actually really bad at remembering what is what past number 14. I don't know why Danger by Design is the one that, like, confused me afterwards. Like, I know everything up to that, but after that, I'm just like...
I feel like it was hard enough learning the abbreviations for the game, and so the numbers just not even in my head.
Oh my goodness, I know. So, I just saw that Daniela, one of the twins, is here. And whenever I'm talking to the twins, they talk to me about games. And they say, oh, well, number 21. And I'm like, which one's that?
Yeah.
I don't have that memorized. I do have the, like, abbreviations memorized. I've got that down. But do not ask me the numbers past 14. Sorry.
I have the order somewhat memorized, but then it starts to get hazier past Morning for Waverly Academy, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like during the time period where I was, like, in high school and college is really hazy to me because I wasn't paying as much attention. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, like, I mean... when would that even have been? Like, it was a good chunk of these games from, like, I don't know.
Oh, which were you on the message boards?
Oh, yeah.
Same here. What was your username? I'm curious.
Sincerely Susie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. What was yours?
Mine was just Sapphire Sleuth. I figured, like, I'm born in September, and it was alliteration, so I was like, yeah, let's just go with this.
That's a cute name. I feel like I've heard that before. Maybe you've told me, or maybe I saw you on there.
I was constantly on there trying to get, like, rep points, and so I'd be, like, trying to help people with puzzles. So you probably did see me on there.
Oh my god, I probably did. Man, I was always hitting up that website.
Did you ever read any of, like, the alternate endings that were on there?
No, I think I stayed away from spoilers for the most part. So I was like, let's, like, not read anything, you know, besides, like, hey, I need help with this, you know, like, just give me a hint. So I don't think I ever read any of that.
I had written some on there, but I think they're gone now. I'm like, man, I wish I could read those. They're probably hilarious now.
Man, that would be so cool. I kind of, like, I wish I had. That sounds
Why not write them down or something just for posterity?
I mean, you should just write alternate endings to everything and just have, like, a little series.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. That would be really cool. Alright, we should get back to some questions.
Yes.
Okay. Without spoilers, what are your key thoughts?
Ooh. Well, I know it got mixed reviews as far as the dual navigation goes, but I really enjoyed that. I think I played it through on point and click mode, but after hearing how people were able to run around so fast, I really want to do it the other way.
Yeah. You have to. It's so fun.
Yeah, because I was like, man, Nancy, it looks like she can run super fast from the videos I saw.
It's great.
Love the characters. Love the coffee puzzle once I figured it out.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, this is super complicated.
Yeah.
I like that there were multiple locations, but I missed the phone characters, being able to talk to people and nothing. So. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has watched my review. It's like a 45-minute review, so, like, I'm not forcing anybody to watch this, but, like, I did, like, an outline, and I was like, here's my talking points, and I'm gonna make sure I hit all these points. But I got to this point where I was talking about the phone characters, and I just got so angry. And I stopped my video, and I was like, just breathe.
Well,
yeah.
I think it was maybe you or some other creators that were talking about how, like, we missed getting those side plots of just what Bess and George are doing while we're in Prague, you know?
Yes. Yeah. I think I was going on about that for sure. I think maybe Tori had said that too. Yeah. I forget who all had been talking about that, but like I just so my big thing that I went over in my review that I felt like is just so necessary is the world building. So that kind of goes into that. Like, you've got subplots, you've got, you know, you call Bess and George and they've got paint in their hair, you know, like that just makes the world feel so much bigger because it's so realistic. The fact that you couldn't talk to people whenever you wanted to, that was so frustrating. If you couldn't touch things that weren't necessary for the mystery, you know, like that's just, it just made the world feel so small. Even though we had a lot of locations and a lot of places we could go, it felt confined, you know?
I agree.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes we've gotten some of the best quotes from those conversations with Bess and George, like, my room is ruined.
Yes.
Watch out for weird people.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I know. We just need to go back to that like heart that was Nancy Drew Games. That was like, this is just a young girl stumbling around, calling her friends for help. Like that's what Nancy is, you know? And I feel like like they've tried to make her like this big girl, this professional detective now, you know? And it just doesn't feel the same to me. And I know it never will feel the same. It's a totally different team. It's a totally different engine. Like, you know, it's different now. We'll never have it back, but I would love to see like, you know, little stumbling Nancy again.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Sorry guys, that was way more my thoughts on Key than Avery's thoughts on Key. Sorry.
I mean, I had some talking points, but I was like, you know, I mean, there were some good jump scares. I won't spoil them, but I jumped a foot in the air several times.
All right. So speaking of Bess and George.
Okay.
If you had to choose between playing as Bess or playing as George, who would you choose?
I feel like I would lean towards Bess. She's just my favorite.
What would a Bess game be?
Oh gosh. You know, I feel like sometimes people kind of pigeonhole her into the character that loves to shop and loves to eat and loves to talk about boys. So I feel like maybe some of what we saw in Legend of the Crystal Skull, but Bess is more doing it on her own, whereas like Nancy's not guilting her into doing this investigating. But I'm trying to think what the premise for a mystery would be, because I don't know.
So like Nancy's out of town solving her own mystery, and Bess is like, well, I guess I have to do this. That would be so cute. And like, I could see there being elements of like there's a fashion element, you know, you can choose her outfit every day, and like, you know, you could like make a meal every day, you know, like there would always like, I feel like she would have like a really normal life.
Yeah.
But then
it's so fun.
Yeah, so like I love The Sims. I love games like that, you know. Like I love stuff like that. That's what I would love to see more of in Nancy Drew Games. Is like let me change her clothes and like let me do stuff like that.
That would be cool.
That would be a fun, like a Best game. I would love that. Okay, let's see what we got. Did you read the books before playing the games?
Yes. So I think I said it in one of the earlier episodes on the podcast, but I started reading the books when I was about 8 years old. And then I think I was about 10, 11 when I started playing the games.
Yeah.
So it definitely came first, reading the books. And I think me and my mom were at Target, and I saw a message of Haunted Mansion in the game section. And I freaked out because I was like, I had no idea there were games of Nancy Drew. And so it was pretty neat to get that and play it for the first time.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness. Well, that's so fun. Like, I love when people just like find them organically.
Yeah. Well, because some of the later books, I think when I'm flipping through them sometimes, I'll see old ads for her interactive in the back.
Yes.
And so that was pretty smart of them to do that.
Yes, for sure. Oh my goodness. Well, there was a guy that I interviewed last year, I forget when, who found out about the games from an ad in a Hardy Boys book.
Oh, really?
Isn't that so cool?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So how were you introduced to the books?
So my mom actually got me into the books, and she started giving me like sets of 4 of them, and I started reading them and asking for more and more, and that's history, I guess.
I love that. Oh, that's so cool. And now you've got a podcast.
I know. Did you get into the games or books first?
Okay, so technically the games, because I'm not sure if I could read when I started playing. I was 5. So I don't know how well I would have been able to read, but like I could read, you know, like quote unquote, but I was reading like, you know, Jack and Jill went up the hill, you know, like, so like I was very young, and played alongside my sister, who is 6 years older than me. So that, like, she was helping me through, you know, there was a lot more to this game than a 5-year-old could do. So that's how it was for me. But then when I got older, when I was more like, you know, 8 or 9 or 10 or however old I was, I started reading the books.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But the games for sure came first for me. But my sister had the books first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's neat that, like, you have that memory, and I have memories of playing the games with my brothers, and we kind of like solve puzzles together, and it was just fun.
Oh, that is so cool. Yeah. Oh, it used to be like a whole family thing. Like, we would get a game for Christmas, you know, and then the whole family would crowd around the computer, and sometimes it would be like, there was this one Christmas, my sister got one of the games, and me, my sister, my brother, and my mom were all like playing, and my dad was like watching sports because, you know, it was like holidays and there's sports on. And he was just kind of like, where's my family? Came and found us. We were all playing Nancy Drew.
Well, I remember literal like block parties, like neighborhood kids would come up to our house, and there were like 4 or 5 of us in this big group, and we would all just crowd around the computer and play Nancy Drew, and it was like the most fun thing ever. And I want this again as an adult, like this is the coolest thing ever. Have like a Nancy Drew game party.
Yes. So. Oh my gosh, I'm in. Let's plan it. Yes. We've had it before where like, and this was only just like a handful of years ago, so we were like all full grown adults, like all married, you know. We got together at my sister's house for Christmas, and we actually like streamed the game to like, not streamed, we like cast the game to the TV so that the whole family could watch, and me and my sister were playing Message in a Haunted Mansion. We were like switching back and forth. I took it for like the hard puzzles, like the slider puzzles. She did like most of the mystery solving. It was great.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, such good memories of like playing these games with friends and family. Like these,
I know.
They bring people together.
Yes.
I mean, look at us. We're now on a podcast together.
Oh, I know. It's so cool how we've been able to connect with all these people all around the country and all around the world that love Nancy Drew.
Yeah. So what I have several questions here. What brought you to start your podcast?
Well, I talked about it briefly, but I actually went to an estate sale in Alabama with my dad a year or so ago, and I had seen in the pictures like a bookcase full of Nancy Drew books. And so it was 2 or 3 hours away, and I thought there may not even be ebooks left, but we'll go and we'll see if I can find some. And all of them are still there. And so I basically bought like 70 or 80 Nancy Drew books.
Wow.
And I had never read any of them because they were the later paperback editions.
Yeah. Like the files and such.
Yes, and I'd never seen so many in one place. And so that kind of reignited my love for Nancy Drew, and I started doing these kind of funny reviews on social media of the different books, and I'd be like, this one's a dud, this one's great. And I got to thinking, I was like, why don't I just start a podcast and read through the books in order and talk about some of this stuff in more depth.
I love that. That is such a fun idea. Your podcast is so fun. Like,
Thank you.
Such a great thing. Okay, and before I get it out of my mind, because we were talking about the community of like Nancy Drew, when how do I phrase this? When the Clue Crew came back, let's say that, because like Clue Crew was never gone, but like we were reignited in on April 1st of 2023.
Yes.
How was that for you? What was that like for you?
Well, I remember seeing all this kind of murmurings online, like there may be a new game. And I think I was a lot like most people. It was kind of optimistically, or cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Got that backwards.
Optimistically cautious. Yeah.
Because of, I guess, the whole that happened with Midnight in Salem.
Yeah.
And when we started getting riddles, I was like, okay, there's something more to this. And just seeing people like the Nancy Drew Times, Carter, like talking about it, it made me get excited for it. And just seeing all the content that people were putting out, and it was neat. Like I said, we worked on the team together with Her Interactive.
We did.
To promote 7 Keys, and like if you told 10-year-old Avery that she was going to be doing that, she would have said, no, that's not real.
I know. Oh my goodness. That's what I told my husband when I got that email. I was like, 5-year-old me who played Treasure in a Royal Tower, like, could barely read, you know. I was like, would be so proud. You know, like it's so cool. Yeah.
And just the whole like them sending the package with the t-shirt and the confetti, and just like it was just reignited again my love for the Nancy Drew games too. So
yeah, for sure. Oh, what a fun time. Such a great time.
Yes.
All right, back to a fun question.
Okay.
If you were they've all been fun, I know. If you were a culprit in a Nancy Drew game, what crime did you commit?
Ooh. I mean, I feel I can't really give spoilers to real culprits, but maybe stealing art.
Yeah.
Would be something that I could see myself doing, because I have an appreciation for art.
Yeah.
I may not understand it always, but it's, you know, in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Possibly that, or oh gosh, I'm trying to think. Like nothing hardcore. Definitely not like, you know, the things you see on like Snapped or true crime stuff.
Yeah, no.
Probably more like stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite artist, since you say you're an art appreciator?
Gosh, you know, I say that like I'm looking at this art piece across from me. I'm sitting in this hotel room because I'm at a conference with my husband. And I'm like, that's cool, but I don't know who it's by. I could probably list like the generic, you know, the ones that everybody's like, oh, Van Gogh.
Yeah.
And I like the wild colors and some of his stuff. But, but yeah, I typically don't like follow any I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Can I say Poppy though?
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is all right. Okay. Do you have any Game 35 theories?
You know, I haven't really even gotten to that point of thinking ahead. I mean, I have ideas for locations, maybe. Like,
Yeah? Like what?
well, there's places in the world that I think it would be cool for Nancy to go, like Australia.
Yeah.
China would be a cool one.
Yes.
She's never really been to anywhere in South America, I don't think.
No.
Which would be kind of cool.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her go to Peru or something.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
Oh, and they can tie in aspects of, I think it's the crossword cipher that's kind of down there.
Yeah.
So that would be cool.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, do you remember there was a time before we knew that Game 34 was going to be in Prague, we had a theory that the game was going to be based off of, oh my goodness, the Clue of the Black Keys.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe it's like a South American one. And then I read the book. And that was also a disappointment. And then it just turned out to be wrong anyway. Yeah. Didn't work out.
Yeah. Have you had any speculations about the next game?
Not really. Kind of on the same boat as you, where, like, I think it would be cool if she went to South America, or if she went to, you know, gosh, anywhere. I just want to see it happen. Yeah. Yeah. Southern Sleuth has a theory, and I really like her theory because it brings Sunny June back.
Oh, okay.
But she's talked about it on my show before. But like that Sunny June has like a murder mystery party, and a clue goes missing, and that's why it's called the Case of the Missing Clue.
That would be cool.
I like that
You're
idea.
a big June fan, right?
Yeah. I would love to see Sunny June come back. If nothing else, I would love to see Sunny June again. Not even if I, like, I don't even have to see him in person, though I love to see him in person.
Yes.
That would be cool. But, like, just give me more Sunny J. Yeah. More than just, like, an Easter egg drink, thank you. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I've got.
Cool.
Let's see. Okay, what is your most repeated Nancy Drew quote?
Ooh, you know, I say watch out for weird people a lot.
That's a good one.
It's a very good one. It's like applies to many different areas of life. For some reason, I always want to quote Jacques in Treasure in the Royal Tower when he says, it's that line where he's like, "You should be sitting by the fire, drinking cocoa, Nancy." And I always tell myself when I'm having a bad day, I'm like, "Avery, you should be sitting by a fire, drinking some hot chocolate, and just like chilling out."
I love that. Oh my gosh, that's the only good thing we got from Jacques.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Walking red flag.
Yes.
Oh man, I can't wait to get to that game in our podcast series. Because I just want to talk. I just want to talk about my hot takes about Jacques.
Remember, did you get that game or did Alexa?
I have literally no idea. Hold on, I might have my paperwork right here.
Yeah, I don't think I got it.
Let's see. You guys can get a little sneak peek, or a little what's it called? Behind the scenes view of my notes here. Look, here's episodes 1 and 2. Treasure Roll Towers, me! Oh my gosh, perfect. Perfect, because I have the hottest hot takes about Jacques. That you guys will have to tune in to episode... Wait, I already lost it. Where did I put it? Episode 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is going to be on your podcast. Right?
Yeah, it's gonna be on my channel. In fact, that is the next one we need to film.
Record this Sunday.
Yeah, so I really need to get on that and start posting my stuff to get people's hot takes and opinions. I literally last week for our second episode, I literally didn't post until the day before. I was so bad.
Later in the week, and I was like, oh, yeah, I need to ask people.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I've seen like every week now. I see you guys are like on top of it, and I'm like, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. But I love it for you guys. All right. What's our next question? Do you have an all-time favorite character?
Ooh, all-time favorite. I mean, of characters that we don't see, I really like Hilda Smith.
Mm-hmm.
She's just iconic. I mean, you can't go wrong with Professor Hotchkiss.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's really great. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. I like Nick Falcone. He's pretty cool.
He is pretty cool.
I'll say Professor Hotchkiss is my final answer though.
Okay. He's one of the main on my booty wheel.
I've seen a cup that you have that has like somebody had made it for you and
yeah.
so add
it. We'll talk about that later. Let's see. Okay, if you could do a Nancy Drew crossover with any TV show or movie, what would you want?
Gosh. Any movie or TV show? I don't know.
Oh, I know what my answer is.
Oh, okay. I mean, I feel like, Shattered Medallion kind of had some aspects of Amazing Race.
Yeah.
And Survivor, so I don't really want to do that. Gosh. And is it bad? I don't watch much TV. Like I feel like the one TV show that I hear people talking about right now is Love Island. I'm like, that's probably not the best answer.
Wait, let's. That would be so fun. We could do FMK in real life.
Right?
Oh my gosh. No, that would be so fun. No, I don't watch a whole lot of TV either. So and I always feel like I'm so weird when I say that to people. Like
I'm just
I know.
I read a lot.
Yeah, and like I do a lot of like YouTube stuff now. So like I'll watch people stream and stuff like that. But
yeah.
And say with my husband, like we used to always like have a show that we would be watching and we would watch through it. But I don't know, we just got kind of bored, I guess. And so like he has some YouTubers that he watches like car content. And then I do like my stuff. And like I'm so happy with like him having his car content on. Like it's so relaxing. I just play a game and he watches that, and like it's so great. But anyway, so yeah, not a huge television person either. I don't even have cable. Like
yeah, I just will literally pick a like TV show and put it on in the background for noise most of the time. Like I'm not actually participating and watching it. I'll just be reading a book or doing something else.
Yeah, I do that a lot too. And like since I have a 2-year-old, a lot of the television that we watch is like a Disney movie or like a show on PBS Kids. We'll be watching Bluey,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say Nancy Drew x Paw Patrol.
I actually haven't seen that one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know where I would even watch it. Like I have Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
And I have PBS Kids because that's free. I literally don't pay for
I love
it.
free stuff.
Same. Oh my goodness. Same. Yeah. So, but yeah, I would if Nancy was gonna collaborate, it would be Scooby-Doo.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. I think
Love Scooby-Doo.
I think it fits. You know? It fits more than Scooby-Doo and Batman and some of the things that actually exist.
Pussycats, Josie and the Pussycats.
Yes, remember that? Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, there were some interesting crossovers that Scooby-Doo has done. Obviously some I was not mad, but others I was this, I'm so confused. Yeah. Scooby-Doo and Don Knotts.
Sonny and Cher. I remember that.
Yes. Oh my word.
Cute.
Yeah, so great, but also I was okay.
Yeah, randomly in the episode.
Yeah, I guess it was the time period. That was who was popular then. It was kind of like the Muppet Show,
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sesame Street. They would put these people on the show, so.
Yeah. Oh, I love Sesame Street. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's my jam right now. I love Sesame Street.
Aww.
Okay. I'll keep losing my place. Who was your first Nancy Drew YouTube or Twitch channel that you watched?
Ooh. Gosh. I think it was either you or Half Moon Joe.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love Joe.
He's hilarious. His commentary on some of the games he plays cracks me up.
He's the best. And he's just like that in real life. I was chatting with him and I was like, you are just you. He is just so great. Oh my goodness.
The Barbie horseback riding one had me rolling. I was I remember that game.
He's just so funny. And also, if it was me, thank you. I kind of brushed by that because I'm such a big Joe fan, but thank you. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Okay, and then do you have a Nancy Drew hot take?
Hot take. We haven't gotten to these yet in our episodes, but I think in my top 3 games, the top 2 are Danger by Design and Phantom of Venice. And I know a lot of people don't like those games.
Yeah.
But they're my favorites.
That's okay. Why are they your favorites?
I think they take place in Europe, but then it's also kind of cool because I feel like Nancy is actually undercover in both of those games. There's an element of she can't be discovered or detected for being a detective.
Yeah.
And there's just some funny moments in those games too. They're kind of unhinged, but I really like them. So.
The line that goes between the two that I immediately thought of was fashion.
True, also, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. No, those are great games. Definitely not in my top faves, but I don't feel like I really have any that I hate. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love those games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw on Facebook, I made a fake ranking.
I think I did.
Have you seen the tier lists?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I made a fake ranking where I put all the best games at the bottom and then all the worst games at the top, and then the games that people typically say they kind of iffy, I put those in the middle. And I did finally go back and I was I need to just make my own tier. I made one a while ago, but I was I'll just make a new one and show everybody and be this is my real one. But I only put it in the comments, so you really have to look to see that I was lying. When I tell you guys that I had some people concerned, I received some admin warnings about that post. It was great.
Wow.
So, yeah,
That's extreme.
people were incensed. So anyway, but I did make a tier. And I have like 10 that I put at the top that I was like, these are the best games. And then I put like a whole bunch in the middle that I was like, these are great games. They're just not my absolute tops. And then in the bottom, I had some games that I was like, these are also great games, but I don't replay them as often. That's it. Like, there's no like, this is the worst game, I hate this game, because they're all so good.
I think you can find something that you like about each one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I'm not a big fan of Midnight in Salem, but the vibes are just irresistible.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good. So like I still go back to that game, Same with like arguably my least favorite game is The Deadly Device, just because like it's just kind of a snore for me to get through.
Very science.
Still a good game. Like I would still replay it, Yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay. Did I already ask you what your favorite Nancy Drew book is? Yes, I did. Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite food from the games? Did I ask you that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. We are moving forward. What's your favorite reel that you've made?
Ooh. I like the just stupid, funny ones sometimes. Like, it always surprises me the ones that I spend like minutes or hours on, like, don't do as well, and then the ones that I do in 5 seconds are like really popular.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I did one recently where I was just like using this audio, and the person was like, I don't have money to go out with my friends or spend it on food, but I always have money for candles, and I replace candles with books.
Yes.
So I was just like, because if anyone follows me, they know I'm constantly finding Nancy Drew books and buying them. So
yeah,
there's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that was a great reel. I liked that one. What was your favorite content that came out of the Mystery of the Seven Keys hype, fan made, or by her interactive?
I mean, I really enjoyed seeing a lot of the reels where people were poking fun at the coffee puzzle. That was really entertaining, because if you've ever tried that puzzle for the very first time, you're like, what is going on? Why can't I figure this out?
Yeah.
And I think it was Half Moon Joe. He like did some commentary while he was trying to do it, and he was like, I've been pouring this milk for a long time, and the customer's probably like, when am I going to get my coffee? Like, speed it up.
Literally. Yeah.
And I like the one that you did recently in the tunnels with the spooky stuff going on. I won't spoil it, but I feel like everybody had that feeling. Like, when that first happened, a lot of us were, oh no, how do I get out of here? What's going on? And that was scary.
Yes. Oh my word. Oh, that was one of those reels, like you said, that I did in like 5 seconds. Like, okay, so expose myself for a moment, because Southern Sleuth will expose me if I don't. I filmed that and made a whole reel, and then I was like, nope, this is not it. And I waited like 2 weeks, and then I did it in one take, and I put it together in about like 3 minutes. Like, it was out into the world. I was like, just go. It's like what you were talking about, like one of those ones that you spend like no time on.
Yeah, you feel like me. I have a bunch of drafts of different reels, and I'm like, when do I release these into the world?
Yeah.
It's like, depends on my mood each day, I guess, so.
Yeah, that was my last one. I need to come up with some new content. Great. That's fun. Now I need to come up with more content. Okay.
I was going to ask, do you feel like any certain game is easier to make reels for, like one that you gravitate more towards? Or...
I have no idea. Like, truly, when inspiration strikes me, it strikes. And, like, there's like, no telling when it's gonna happen or what it's gonna be. I wish I could be one of those persons who's like, okay, I just played this game, so I'm gonna make content about this, you know? I have no idea.
It's hard to do that way.
Yeah. And I mean, like, maybe it's because, like, I'm mostly, like, a mom, you know? And, like, I do all these other things. I have, like, my job that I do as well. And, like, just everything that I do. Maybe if I was, like, thinking about content more, I could do it.
Yeah. It takes a lot of time sometimes.
It does. I know. Yeah. It takes a lot of brain power, and I don't always have a lot of that. Okay. I think it's time for a game, because we're about to go into some fun questions, but I think we need to play a game again.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Do you want to go back to the same FMK wheel?
Sure.
Okay. Off we go. Let's see if we can get you. Not
someone
Rick.
Better than Rick.
Anyone but Rick Garland. Watch Tino come up.
Oh gosh.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Just as bad.
It would be hilarious if that happened. Okay, let's see. It's gonna be Hugh Penvlin.
Okay.
My wheel cannot get enough of him. Like, I'm not kidding.
Thanks for his name.
Loves him. Is it gonna be? Okay, Malachi Craven.
Oh, okay. He's scary.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Okay. Oh no! Dwayne Powers!
No!
I feel like this is worse!
Some people are incredibly violent. Ooh. Gosh. I mean, I don't really want to marry or kiss any of them. Hugh is so horrible. Like, he left Linda and he was just like, you know, I'm going to go over here and it's not concerning what you're going through right now.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like he'd be the easiest to take in a fight. But he's also the most tolerable personality-wise, maybe. So
yeah.
maybe I should fight one of the others. I feel like I could fight Malachi Craven.
Okay.
He's angry a lot. But we know that he has some sleeping medication and maybe, you know, accidentally dropped some in a drink.
Oh my god!
I'm devious that way.
So that's the answer to if she was a Nancy Drew criminal, what her crime was.
Yeah.
She's over here drugging people. I'm sorry, go on.
Dude. I feel like I would marry Hugh and then I would probably divorce him. Or I'd probably not even see him much because, I mean, he married Linda and then, like, months later he's gone. And I guess I would kiss Dwayne just to get it over with, but it's not very good often. But
sorry. Okay. All right. Back to some
hard one.
Yeah, that was a bad one. All right, back to some fun questions. Oh god, this is not a fun question. Okay, you're driving a train. On one side of the tracks is every Nancy Drew culprit ever, but on the other side is Tino. Which side do you hit?
Ooh. I mean, I feel like I'd have to take out all the culprits. I mean, it's the lesser of two. I know some people would say no, the lesser of two evils would be all the criminals versus Tino. But I feel like Tino, you can kind of manipulate his ego a little bit. But these criminals, they're just like, no, I'm going to do bad things. I'm a criminal. That's my MO. So I think that's my final answer. It's a hard question.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What Nancy Drew book do you really want to see made into a game?
Ooh. Of the 56 original books, gosh, I'm trying to think. I mean, if we did a Larkspur Lane game, that would be really good, first of all, because there'd be a lot of there's a lot of older people getting taken advantage of in that book, which I don't necessarily like.
Yeah.
Which one would I make into a game? I mean, I like Secret of the Wooden Lady. It's a lot having to do with ships, which I know we kind of did that with Sea of Darkness.
Yeah.
But that one might be cool. Secret of the Forgotten City would be kind of cool. Because I feel like Nancy is the closest to Indiana Jones that she's ever been in that book.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know. The later books, I'm trying to think. There's a really good later paperback book called The Kachina Doll Mystery. And I feel like that book did a better job of talking about like Native American heritage, and that might be kind of a cool book to explore for future games.
That would be neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. All right. We've got another fun one here. So, this one is play 2 truths and a lie about different ways you feel about Nancy Drew games. Examples would be Susie's favorite game is Warnings at Waverly Academy. Susie has a crush on Henry Boulay. Susie thinks remastered Daryl is better than OG Daryl.
Well, I can't tell people my favorite games because I've already done that.
Yeah.
Gosh, this requires some thought.
It does, I know.
Well, gosh. Play the Jeopardy theme song. I guess I would say Lori Gerard is not a very likable character. I'm pausing too much between these.
You're fine. Take your time. This is like I'm putting you on the spot here.
I know. I was like, I did not prepare.
I should have prepared you for this one.
It's okay. I'm gonna say I love the petroglyph puzzle in Secret of Shadow Ranch, and I love the alchemy rooms puzzle in Curse of Blackmore Manor.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so 2 things are true and 1 is a lie. I definitely believe that you think that Lori is not a likable character. Right? That was what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now between Petroglyph Punch and the alchemy rooms. Like the spinning rooms?
Yeah.
Ooh. Now those are frustrating. But so is Petroglyph Punch. But I feel like Petroglyph Punch is more enjoyable than the spinning rooms. So I'm gonna say that you love the spinning rooms is your lie.
Yes.
Really? Oh, I got it!
An easier one because I'm like, I feel like I've never met anybody that's like, I love that puzzle. It's the best.
No, never.
Fucking those is the worst.
Yeah, I did finally figure it out. Like, on my last playthrough, that was the last Nancy Drew game that I streamed like a month ago.
Okay.
And I was like looking at the map thing that you get, and I finally figured it out. And I was like, you know. But there's so
You need to send me
frustrating.
your tips.
What'd you say?
You need to send me your tips for that then, because I will be following the map and I'm like, how do I get over here? I don't know.
I don't know if I have any tips. I truly don't know.
Go through and get through it.
Yeah, literally, I was just like, okay, well, the little dot is here now, so I need to, like, stay right here and then move here, you know? Apparently, there's, like, a way that you can do it where you can, like, walk in and then open a door and then, like, not go in and, like, turn around and open a door and you'll, like, be there. Something like that, you know? But I forget what that is. But there is definitely, like, a cheat that you can do. Because if you're in the right room, like with the correct door, you just have to get to the correct side so that you don't die, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. There you go.
It's a frustrating one, that's for sure.
It sure is. Oh my goodness. All right, if you had to live in one game location for a year with one character from a game, it can be anyone, not just a character from the specific game you picked to live. Who would you pick?
I feel like I would live somewhere with Joe Hardy. Like, I feel like that would be an enjoyable experience because he's just so funny and he would make me laugh the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be cool to check out Paris. I've never been to France, but I feel like that would be a cool place to live.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, now that the send is so much better.
Yeah, maybe not right now. I mean, the Olympics just ended, but I'm sure it's paid off.
Literally. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what we got here. Would you rather have to stay at the Ryokan while it's haunted or share a room with Jane?
Ooh. I honestly think I would pick the Ryokan.
Really?
Yeah. Because Jane, like, maybe this is a hot take because I know she's a child, but I know some people are like, oh, she's just a kid. But I don't know. I don't really like her as a character very much. So.
She's horrible.
Yeah, having to play games constantly, I was just like, no. At least at the Ryokan, I could go into the creepy baths and be by myself and not have to play Petroglyph Punch.
Oh my god, I'm terrified of the creepy baths.
It's scary.
People have died there. Oh my word.
That's bad that I just dislike Jane that much.
That's crazy. I would be like, oh, you want to play Constellation Match again? Sure. I'm gonna go feed the parrot. Oh my word. Okay, say one nice thing about Tino.
Okay. I mean, because he's wearing like a purple jacket, right? If I remember correctly.
Is he? Blue, maybe?
It's not the worst jacket I've ever seen.
Okay. That was certainly an attempt at saying something nice. I'll let it slide.
He has okay fashion taste, I guess.
Okay. He's got decent clothing. Okay. Your last question that I have for you before we do another game, because we must, is what is your Nancy Drew game aesthetic?
Gosh. I mean, I really like the vibes of Warnings at Waverly Academy.
Mm-hmm.
The fall, the plaid. I love being snack shopping. That's always fun.
Yes.
Probably between that game and I really like the vibes of Ghost Dogs and Moonlight.
Yeah.
Too. It's just very, you're out in nature. You get to hike in the woods a little bit. Maybe not the bugs. Not very into
Yeah.
But everything else.
Yeah. Speakeasy.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Let's play one more round of FMK. Unless it's mean to us, in which case we might need to do a second.
It'll be better than the last two.
It'll be fine. I saw Maggie earlier said, the will giveth and the will taketh away.
True.
Okay. Okay, your first guy is going to be Wade Thornton, whom I love.
Okay. Love Wade.
I know, right? And your second guy is going to be Mason Quinto.
Okay.
And finally, this isn't so bad.
No, this is actually decent.
Yeah. Radek.
Oh, okay. Gosh. So Radek, Mason, and Wade.
Mm-hmm. That's a decent little pile of
It
guys
is.
there.
It is. I feel like I would marry Wade.
Mm.
I would kiss Radek. And I guess I would fight Mason.
He's punchable.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I could take him. I think I could just like flick one of his pencils and he would just like lose it. And then I could just like uppercut and like, be done with it. Oh, what a good one. That was a good we'll end that on a good note. That was a good
None
one.
of those characters were scary.
Yeah, nobody's violent except for me apparently. All right. Well, Avery, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me on Spilling the Tea. Do you have any parting words for us?
Gosh. I guess just watch out for weird people, you know?
Yes.
We said that several times this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, just thank you for having me on here, Susie. And
Yeah.
I'm enjoying doing the Podcast Sisters episodes with you, and this was fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my word, that's right. So, next episode is coming out on August 23rd on River Heights Buzz. If you need to catch up, check out episode 1, which is on Avery's podcast already. Go check it out. It was pretty great. And then the third episode, which will be coming out August 28th. I remembered. So that will be on mine. And then after that, we need to figure out our schedules for the second half of this, which is going to be again on Avery's podcast, and then again on River Heights Buzz, and then again on mine. So, but we're going to cover every single Nancy Drew game and just chat about all of your hot takes and unpopular opinions. So definitely, if you're not already following us on our socials, check out our stories and make sure you get your thoughts in.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about it. So as for me, you guys, next up is going to be on a different night than usual, but on Monday, actually this coming Monday, I'm going to be interviewing Kalina, Story Retold, for a third time. This is the only person that I have ever had on all 3 seasons, so
Wow.
I'm so excited to talk to her again, especially because she asked me if she could be on again in season 3, back after she was on in season 2, because she wanted to be able to talk about Key more. So I was like, yes, let's do it. So it's gonna be her normal stream time, but on my channel. So it's gonna be Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so definitely join us for that. It's gonna be super fun, and stay beautiful. Watch out for weird people. I love it. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.